Hey everybody, welcome to The Bottom Line. I'm Michael Noland. Tonight I wanted to talk about the word legacy and how it pertains to rock and roll. Now, there have been a ton of bands out there that have left us really with rich legacies in regard to the music they have left us. But tonight I wanted to talk about a different type of legacy bands. These are legacy bands with a capital L for sure. Now, I've given an example of these kinds of bands before. The Beatles without Ringo wouldn't be the Beatles. And when John Bonham passed away, Led Zeppelin did so also. Now, if there was ever a band that is one of those capital L legacy bands, I would have to say that Rush would be one of them. And there have been persistent rumors, hints, allegations that we could even look forward to a Rush reunion. Well, according to Alex Lifeson in a recent interview, he seems to be telling us, don't hold your breath. All right, so the first thing we want to do is get to the bottom of this so-called rumor mill, and the article does a pretty good job of that when it says that Lifeson and Lee reunited on stage in 2022 for a pair of Taylor Hawkins tribute shows where they performed Rush classics with various guest drummers, including Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Chad Smith, Tool's Danny Carey, and former David Bowie drummer Omar Hakim. But despite the rapturous response to the performances, Lifeson knew it could not become anything more than that. Now, Alex admitted to having a pretty good time at these shows. He says, quote, "The energy was fantastic around that show. And some days I wake up wanting to go out and tour again, and some days I don't. For 40 years, Rush included Neil, and I don't think putting some new version together would have the same magic." Now, he does admit this. He says, after those first two gigs and the months of prep that Ged and I went through, I was excited by the response and to be in the dressing room with so many fellow artists in Wembley and LA I respected and felt a kinship towards. But after a few weeks, that wore off, and it occurred to me that despite all the pain of loss, Rush went out on a high note, playing as well as ever with one of our best stage shows on R40. I guess I'd rather be remembered for that legacy than returning as the top Rush tribute band. Now, the article also mentions that there was also another reason why a lot of fans were hoping that this could be a reunion. It says, Alex Lifeson has been enjoying his regularly scheduled jam sessions with former Rush bandmate Geddy Lee, but he insists they aren't going to materialize in a reunion. Now, he clarifies that by saying, it's good to jam with friends as you get older. I need to play. Once a week, I go to Ged's. It's in the calendar. Keep my fingers moving, play Rush stuff, new jams. We do record it, but I couldn't even begin to tell you where it'll go. So even with that statement, there seems to be a hint of a future project with Geddy Lee. But does that mean a future project as Rush? Now, an adjacent article ranked the Rush albums, and I'm going to start off with number 10 here. Now, let me know if you guys agree with this ranking. At number 10 is Power Windows. At number 9, Roll the Bones. Number 8, Hemisphere. And at number 7, Signals. Now, at number 6, they go way back, and they include Rush from 1974, an album that doesn't even have Neil Peart. At number 5 comes Farewell to Kings. Number 4, Permanent Waves. And at number 3, Fly By Night, and at number 2, 2112, and at number 1, Moving Pictures. Now, tell me if you agree with that listing. I'm personally gratified that Roll the Bones made the top 10, but do you guys agree with that? You know, I'm feeling a poll coming on, so look out for that as soon as I finish my current set of polls. It's coming, folks. All right, that's the video for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, won't you? That'll help a brother out. You know what? When you do that, it gives the video a wider dispersion to more home feeds, and I always appreciate that. And by the way, if you haven't subbed to the channel as of yet, just wanted to remind you, that's kind of easy. All you have to do is hit that subscribe to the tribe button, tap that top bell icon, and you'll be notified of all my future videos. All right, I'm Michael Noland. This is The Bottom Line. The bottom line as I see it, the real bottom line, as I've said many times, is always in the comments. That's where we always prove that we are the tribe.